The Reverend Singh continued to dig and eventually his efforts revealed a pathetic sight. We studied in the previous chapter that the she-wolf was dead. She-wolf was died by someone. So, he was very much angry. Reverend Singh was very much angry. So, he just took the spade in his hands and he started digging. Finally, his efforts revealed a pathetic sight. He could see very pitiful sight there. Four trembling creatures lay in a ball of fur and hair. It seemed that the ball of fur and hair was kept. And what was this ball of fur was made of four creatures, and four trembling. Trembling means shaking, shivering, means they were very much afraid. The ball was made up of two wolf cubs and two little girls. This ball of fur was made by two wolf cubs, means four creatures, means two wolf cubs and two girls were sitting there. Singh had never seen children like these before. For the first time, Reverend Singh saw these kind of children. They were almost unrecognizable as human beings. He could not believe his eyes because he saw these kind of children for the first time. He was not able to recognize them. They snarled and bit his hand as he tried to separate them from the cubs. When Reverend Singh tried to separate them from these cubs, they snarled. Snarled means showing its teeth. Means they were barking at Reverend Singh and even they bit on his hand. Singh took the two girls to the orphanage of Midnapur. He was running an orphanage. So he took these two girls in his orphanage, and his wife, who helped run the orphanage, could hardly believe her eyes as she watched the wolf children. When his wife saw the wolf children for the first time, she was also not able to recognize them. Both had thick, rough skin on their hands, knees and elbows because they moved on all fours. Both of them moved on all fours like animals. They were walking. They were using both the hands and both the legs. So because of this, their hands, knees and elbows skin was very rough and hard. When they wanted to go a short way, they used their knees and elbows. But when they wanted to run, they would travel using their hands and feet. When they were going for a short distance, they were just using their knees and elbows. Okay, but when they wanted to travel for the long distance, they were using their hands and feet all. Mrs. Singh gave them each a dish of milk which they lapped up with their tongues. We have seen the dogs and cats, how they drink milk. They just lap it. So the same way, these two children also lapped up the milk with their tongues. When she tried to touch them, they growled and snapped at her hands. When she tried to touch them, when Mrs. Singh tried to touch them, they just rolled. Roll means shouted, screamed and snapped at her hand. Snap means they just bit on her hand. The girls were given the names Kamla and Amla. In the orphanage, Reverend Singh and Mrs. Singh kept these two girls' names Amla and Kamla. Kamla means the lotus flower, we know Kamal. Kamla means lotus flower and Amla means bright yellow flower. It was clear that Kamla was several years older than Amla, and Mrs. Singh guessed that Kamla must be about 8 years old. There was age difference between both the girls. Okay, Kamla was several years older. Kamla was older than Amla, and Mrs. Singh guessed that Kamla must be about 8 years old. The Singhs had no way of telling whether the two girls were sisters or not, and they had no idea how they had come to live with the wolves. Mr. and Mrs. Singh were not sure that these two girls were sisters and how they reached in that cave with the wolves. It seemed a miracle that they had survived in the jungle for so long. We know that in the family how parents are taking care of the children. Isn't it? Parents are fulfilling each and every need of a child. Parents are providing milk, good eatables and nice place to sleep. And can you imagine how these two children survived in that until with the wolves? And it was a great miracle that they could survive there. They were still alive. The Reverend Singh decided that the discovery of the children should be kept a secret. His wife agreed that this was best for the girls. They brought these two girls in the orphanage, and both of them thought that they will keep this secret. They will not tell anyone that there were wolf children kept in the orphanage, and Mrs. Singh was also agreed with this. It was a secret that the Singhs were not able to keep for long. They thought that they will keep it secret, but for a long time they did not keep it secret. When Mrs. Singh tried to give the girls their first bath, the orphanage echoed with their howls. When for the first time Mrs. Singh was giving bath to them, both the girls, because they had never taken bath, they were not knowing about this, they had no experience of taking bath. So they howled, they screamed, they shouted. Soon talk of the wolf children spread through Midnapur, not only in the orphanage but in the whole Midnapur in that area. The news was spread that the two wolf children are living in the orphanage. Likewise, they did not keep it secret. The first lesson that Amla and Kamla had to learn was that they were not wolves. First of all, it was very important to teach them that they were not wolves, they were human beings. This was far more difficult than Mrs. Singh had imagined. And it was a great difficult task for Mrs. Singh. Because from the beginning, they lived with the wolves, isn't it? So they were not able to believe that they were human beings. They were considering themselves as animals, and all the activities they were just doing like animals. We know that the small kids in the family, whatever they see elders doing, the same they imitate. Likewise, these two girls also learned all the activities they were doing according to the animals. Although she deliberately played with other children in front of Amla and Kamla, she could not get the wolf girls to behave like humans. Deliberately means intentionally, purposely. See, Mrs. Singh was playing with other children in front of Amla and Kamla, so she thought that by seeing they will understand. But these two wolf girls, she could not get the these wolf girls to behave like human beings. They did not start behaving like human beings. For weeks they ignored the games and laughter of the children. For many weeks. In the orphanage, other children were just playing, laughing, enjoying. But these two girls were not paying attention on any of the activities done by the children. Instead, they preferred to crouch in the shade or stand motionless with their faces to the wall. Instead, enjoying their games, their laughter, their activities, these two girls preferred to crouch. Crouch means sitting in a bending position. Okay, so they crouch in the shade and stand motionless, means without doing any activity, with their faces to the wall. They turned their faces towards the wall and they were standing motionless. Only at night did they become active. At night they were becoming active. They would howl eerily and hold themselves at the wall in an attempt to escape. So they would howl eerily. Eerily means in a very dangerous way. Okay, so they were howling very dangerously, and hurl, H-U-R-L, hurl means unwanted throw. They were just throwing themselves towards the wall in an attempt to escape. They wanted to go away from there, from that atmosphere. They would only feed like wild animals, taking raw meat and liquids which they would eat and drink in a crouching position. They liked having only the raw meat, and whatever eatable, the meat or liquids, they were just bending down. They were sitting in crouching position to have it, just like animals. When Mrs. Singh gave Amla and Kamla toys to play with, they simply chewed them as if they were bones. We know that animals, dogs and all, they just chew everything which is kept in front of them, the toys or other things. They think that these are bones. The same way these two girls were also doing. They were not playing with the toys. Instead, that they were just chewing. They were considering these toys as bones. One little orphan boy tried to make friends with the wolf girls. When they decided to play with him, they treated him like a wolf cub. One orphan boy, he thought that he will play with these girls, but these two girls were treating him as wolf cubs. These two girls were playing in such a way as they were playing with the wolf cubs. Mrs. Singh had to rush over and rescue him from their playful attack. And when Mrs. Singh saw, she just ran and rescued that boy from this playful attack. So dear children, I hope this much you understood. We'll continue the remaining chapter in the next class. Thank you.